The 2013 Human Development Report is about the rise of the South and human progress in a diverse world. It tells the story of a profound shift in global dynamic driven by the fast-rising new powers of the developing world. For the first time in 2 centuries, the biggest developing economies, Brazil, China, and India, are now producing nearly the same share of world output as the leading industrial countries of Europe and North America. Projections in the report show that by 2020, these 3 countries together will surpass those traditional industrial powers, and they will keep growing for decades to come. By 2030, 80% of the world's middle class will live in today's developing countries. The South is growing and fast. Living standards are also rising fast. The Industrial Revolution sparked a new era of economic growth, directly affecting at least 100 million Europeans and North Americans in the early 19th century. But today, in the 21st century, the South is reaching new heights of human development and economic productivity, changing the lives of billions of people throughout the world. The new South is shaking up existing global institutions, creating new ones, and generating new forms of collaborations between regions and nations. 3 common drivers of development have emerged: a proactive developmental state, tapping global markets, and determined social policies. Poverty reduction, women's empowerment, and new technologies have shown to be prominent engines of change. Homegrown social programs allowed Brazil to reduce its population living on less than $1.25 a day. In Rwanda, 52% of parliamentarians are women. These representatives can now effect real change in gender policy. And in Ghana, 61% of cocoa farmers now own mobile phones. The fast-growing telecom sector has allowed them to better respond to changing prices and supplies. In the past 2 decades, developing countries have nearly doubled their share of the world merchandise trade. This has created new business models and offered developing countries access to affordable goods. But the momentum lies on fragile ground. Even for higher achieving countries, future success is not guaranteed. Nations of the South face the shared challenges of an aging population, climate change, political participation, and social equality. As populations become more educated, there is an increasing need to create employment opportunities, and the expansion of education must go hand in hand with job creation. Future environmental and natural disasters may pose higher threats to the poorest countries and communities. 3.1 billion more people could live in extreme poverty by 2050 if sustainability and the environment are not addressed. But countries in the South can maintain their rapid growth. To do that, they must collaborate to enhance equity, enable voice and participation, confront environmental pressures, and manage demographic changes. The South's progress is immensely positive worldwide. Other developing nations can follow the trail blazed by the leaders of the South today. The emerging nations of the South still need the North, and increasingly, the North will need the South, leading to greater cooperation for greater human development.